Hey, what's up, y'all? It has been a minute. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Man, so tonight I just randomly decided I wanted to stream. I know it's been like 5, 6 months. No, how fucking long has it been? It's been at least 5 months. I haven't streamed since like what, June, July. So things have been really crazy around here. Main reason why I stopped streaming is I bought a house. Well, my wife and I bought a house. So that was freaking. It was like everything around here was like really crazy. Um, let's see. We closed on our house in on June 30th, and I was dealing with all of the closing process. We'd been looking since like April or May. I think it was like May. I mean, we've been looking longer than that, but like we've been actively looking. We'd been actively looking in like May. Um, and then of course, like once we found it, like my wife was doing most of the actual looking, and I was just like, she'd show me pictures of a place, and I'd be like, "Want to take a look at this?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it." Be like, "Okay, we'll look at it this day," and I'm like, "Okay, great." My man is a process. So yeah, and then when, like once we found a place, which like that's like a whole lot, honestly. There's like kind of like the emotional roller coaster of you find a place that you like that you want to bid on, and then you get outbid. You bid over asking price, but then you still get outbid. So it's like you'd kind of get up your hype, and then you'd be disappointed. But we obviously found like a incredible fucking place. It's a 3-story townhouse, really nice area. We've got a pond, like a large pond out back, which is like a really beautiful view. It's like behind, like it's like a shared one. It's like behind the neighborhood. It's super nice. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to afford it without my wife. Honestly, she makes the big bucks. But yeah, so the lender was basically like, hey, do you mind handling like 99%, basically 100% of the closing? Because let me fix my camera a little bit. Not quite centered, huh? But yeah, she was like, do you want to handle like all of the closing because your wife sleeps during the day and works nights, and like obviously daytime is the best time for to do everything. So I was like, yeah, sure. She was like, okay, well, this is going to be the most stressful time in your entire life. And I was like, okay, cool, great. Yeah, like I don't handle stress super well. It actually wasn't too bad. It was mainly just like just the sheer amount of work that you have to do. This camera is not centered. This camera is not centered on my beautiful face. Anyway, yeah, it was mostly just like this sheer amount of like time and like stuff that you have to like and mental energy you have to dedicate to it. So yeah, like I think at the time I was working on the comic, I was streaming, I may or may not have been like doing my Thai lessons. I was like, it just was way too much. So stuff with the house, pretty much everything else got put on hold. Um, so yeah, that's kind of when the streaming fell off, and then so like basically, so all of June was dealing with closing on the house, which like super good reason to be busy, and then all of July was dealing with all of the stuff that comes with buying a house. Like inspection. I mean, you do the inspection before, like anything that has to be done, setting up utilities, like it was a lot of stuff. And then we have the process of like moving everything in, which like we both were like, yeah, we want to do this slow. We're not gonna choose just like one move-in day to do everything. Fuck that. We're never doing that again. Even our move from our move before this one, we were like, we're just dragging this out. Just take like you just take like all the like small stuff, a little bit every day, every week, and then you make one big move day to move all of the all of the big furnitures, like a couple things, like just a few things for the movers to handle: bed, desk, dresser, right? And so that was basically all of July. Was dealing with the stuff about having a new house, any of the work that had to be done, setting up utilities, like making a list of all the things that you're now gonna have to keep track of. And then August was like I was still adjusting, so like I also wasn't even really working on the comic much during this time either. Like that kind of got put on hold. And then it was like September. I was like, okay, let me get back into the comic. Like, I didn't think I was actually going to get back to streaming. And I'm not going to even say this is going to be a regular thing. I'm definitely will say this is a completely different approach to streaming than I was doing before. Because, like, before I actually kind of was pursuing streaming as, like, an actual thing. Now I'm like, honestly, I'm good. This will just be a fun thing to do when I feel like doing it. I mean, the mainly, like, priority is to work on the comic. And like that needs to be my main focus. So this is just like a fun, if I feel like streaming, I'll stream. And I'll just stream whatever I want to stream. And like it's so funny because that's what people told me like the first time around. Just do what you want to do, man. So anyway, I did finish issue 3. I did finish the issue I was working on the comic. That's up. That's live. I think I have the link on I may or may not have the link on my channel, but I will check that afterward. Anyway, so today was the first day that I was like, shit, you know what? I think I want to fucking stream. Actually, last night was. But by the time I thought about it, and then got around to doing it. Oh, also one other key bit of information. I think September. So my wife and I had been talking about getting a pet, getting a dog, actually, when we had our own place. But, we wanted to get from a shelter. I wanted to get from a shelter. And then we had thought about a cat because, both of us work full-time jobs, much more low maintenance, right? And we were out someday at, like, fucking Sheetz or something. Oh, they were talking about it, and I was like, you know what? I already know an animal that needs a home. Pumpkin. I'm gonna get her. She's so sweet. Hey, baby. Hey, come on. Come on, sweetie. Yeah, so I got the cat. This is the cat from my post office parking lot. Hey, sweetie. She's super sweet. I don't have a dedicated cat cam, but she is adorable. She is very sweet. Look, she's very curious. Hey, sweetie. She is, like, I'm not a big cat person. Neither my wife or I are big cat people. But she is the sweetest, most affectionate. Like, she's very needy, though. She's very needy. Like, when I'm playing my game, she'll be pestering me and, like, scratching my leg while I'm playing the game. She's now started sleeping in my bed and pestering me that way. She has absolutely no sense of boundaries whatsoever. But she's very, very sweet and very affectionate. And I think the main thing is she, like, majorly imprinted on me because, I took her out of, like, that situation. And yep, so I'm a cat dad now. So we were, like, kind of dealing with that in, like, September as well. Now she's, like, completely settled in. She's very sweet. She's very affectionate. She, like, when I wake up in the morning, well, when I go to sleep at night and when I wake up in the morning, she's like, I don't understand. She's like, licks my hair. Like, on my head, she licks my hair. I'm like, what are you doing? But I love her very much. My wife is even more attracted to me now. She's like, well, she just, like, told me how great I am with with the cat. She's like, you're gonna be a great dad when we have one. And I'm like, we'll see. No rush. Stick with the cat for now. See, right now she's licking and nibbling my leg. And scratching my leg. Anyway, this new fucking expansion is great. This is the Guild Wars 2, the newest one, Visions of Eternity, came out on Tuesday. No, 2 Tuesdays. Was it 2 Tuesdays ago? Anyway, it's a lot of fun. That's what we're playing today. But yeah, all great things coming together in my life. New house. Back to work on the comic. Finished an issue of the comic for the first time in like 5, 6, 7 years. Kitty cat. Daughter. Ow. Yeah, see, she just clawed my calf. Right now, I'm working on my masteries. I'd like to continue story, but I think I'm a little bit mastery locked on story. I think you need the mastery I'm working toward to do it. Okay, the meta is happening. I guess we can rush over to the meta. But yeah, like, this is the first week that I've really been able to, like, this game came out, as I said, it was either this Tuesday or last Tuesday. See, I don't even know. And I haven't even fully been playing it. So I am well behind a lot of other people, but I like to take my time and just explore. Oh, also I should be conscientious of trying to get this little achievement. I got one of these, I didn't get the other ones. You have to avoid all their little attacks. But if you get downed, I think it doesn't matter how many times you got hit. But I'm not fighting, oh, it's because they multi-hit a lot, that's what somebody said. I'm like, you're supposed to have 20 chances to not get hit by their attack. But it seems like no matter how many you had left, if you get downed, you're disqualified for it. I got the one on this guy. We'll have to see if I can get the one on the girl. Hold on one second. I'm gonna. No, I still have it. Okay. I like I was gonna put a utility on. So this is my Elementalist. I decided he's gonna be my main for this expansion. I've been kind of like every expansion. I'm like using it as an opportunity to play more of a class that I haven't played as much. Janthier, it was my, well, I mean, my Ranger was already kind of one of my mains, but yeah. Janthier was to play my Ranger way back in End of Dragons. I did it with a random warrior character who I haven't really played that much since, but yeah, I played him all through that expansion. I'm still catching up on, one second. Oh, we already broke it. Okay. I'm still catching up on like old expansion stuff. Like I'm still working on End of Dragon stuff. I'm still working on like the specialization weapons collections. I've been getting more into like some of the harder core content. Like for the first time, I don't know if this is new information to you guys or not, but for the first time I did a raid. For the first time I completed Wing 1 and Wing 2 at the same time of raids. Whereas before I think I had done like a boss of Wing 1. A box and a half of the first wing. So the last time I did it, I think the biggest problem for me, the biggest blockade, is not actually the content or builds or anything like that, or even being intimidated. I thought it was. Now that's not really a barrier. Now my biggest barrier is just finding groups, right? Like people really don't do pugs of the raids, and I don't really have a dedicated group. But apparently they're gonna be introducing a feature pretty soon, like they did so with fractals. They made it where you can literally just pug in, like you can literally just like quick play button basically, and it'll auto find a group for you. And apparently they're now doing that with raids. It's fun, raids and strikes, but it's funny because you know, I mean, that's been the staple way of doing things. You know, and like WoW and everything. That's always how it was in like WoW, as far as I remember. This game took a decade and a half to do that. Oh, holy crap. When I'm actually not paying attention, apparently, I'm able to not be hit by that. So far so good on having her not getting hit by her attacks. I might actually get this achievement. It's funny, like, the first time I'm not paying attention. Alright, I'm gonna cheese it a little bit, and I'm gonna focus on Jimmy. And maybe that'll mean I don't get hit by her attack, by Jessica's attacks. I just want to play it safe. I'm never good at this stuff. Like the not getting hit by... Actually, there's 3 story achievements, which are all 3 of them are required, apparently, to get the story mastery. And one of them is not getting hit by attacks, and I'm like... Mainly because it's just such a pain in the ass because you have to redo the entire fucking thing. Like, I still got stuff from way back in Heart of Thorns that I never finished because, like, I never finished my all of my luminescent armor. Because the last 2 pieces, I have everything I need except 2 story mastery. Actually, that's not even Heart of Thorns. That's like pre-Heart of Thorns, even. That's like some pre-Heart of Thorns shit. That's like Season 2 or something, man. That's how far back I don't have some of these story collection achievements that are required. Because one of them is it's called Invisible Infiltration. You have to go the entire... And of course with like story missions, you can't skip stuff and blah, blah. So you have to like wade through all this stuff, wade through all the cutscenes, blah, blah, blah. And so the whole time you cannot be... You know, it's like a stealth mission, basically, which is my Achilles fucking heel. And the whole time you can't get detected at all. And if you do... Yeah, I got this achievement. If you do, you have to start the whole fucking thing over again, so you're fucked. Like, so I don't have that one. The other one's not too bad, but again, it's don't get hit at all by this thing, so I don't have that. And then the other one I don't have, like, I have literally only like 1 of the achievements out of the whole thing. I'm like, so at this point, I'm like, it's probably not gonna happen, honestly. There's stuff that's just like so far back that I don't think I'll ever probably get around to doing it. But yeah, this meta is pretty fun. I'm trying to work like on achievements, and I'm trying to finish this mastery so I can continue the story. And I'm trying to work on like I'm always the person I'm trying to work on like a million things at once. So right now I've been working on my 2nd set of legendary armor. Very, very slowly though. Like I'm not like the first set I was like doing like a piece every month and like just really grinding, and I'm like I don't want to do that again. So I'm just like doing rifts and stuff as I feel like doing them. It's very slow. I did finish the weekly rifts on this map. See, I still only have 41. Did I finish them, or was I? No, I have one more. I have one more rift to do. I'm gonna do that right now. Because I got 41 out of 50 rare rift essence. And I need four more rift amalgamated rift essence to make one piece of legendary armor. I think I have everything else I need for it. Yeah, so, and then with the fractal event they came out with basically free legendary gloves. So I chose light because that's the set that I'm working on. It actually made it way easier. They've been doing a lot of stuff like that, like really easy legendaries. That along with the legendary starter kits. Like I have like 9 just sitting in my 9 sets of legendary starter kits like sitting in my bank. And I currently only have Gift of Exploration to make 1. Because you need, like, basically for every 2 legendaries you make, you have to do entire world. The entire world map complete with 1 character, and I've only done it with 2 characters. So, like, at this point, even though I was working on the legendary armor, I think I'm gonna knock out the clovers that I need to make 1 legendary weapon first, since I won't be making any for, like, a long time after that. Because I'm in no rush to do another whole world complete. Even though I have, like, as I said, 9 fucking legendaries sitting in my bank to be made. And I have 2 gifts of battle, which is, like, the other thing that's, like, usually, majorly keeps me from doing legendary weapons. As I don't really do world unless I'm like, okay, I need to get the gift of battle right now. Let me knock out like 4 or 5 sessions ultra boosted on the reward track. All right, let's do this last one. But yeah, so I mean that's the thing with legendaries. Once you've made like so many, you kind of get to a point where you're just like working on like 50 legendaries at a time in the background. You know, like obviously not really, but because basically what it is, it's like all legendaries is like a fuck ton of steps. But like if you do like step 1 of all these, and then you do step 2 of all these, and you kind of just, you know, you get used to it. It's kind of just like background processes, you know. Like as I said, I'm just like doing rifts as I go. I've already got the pieces I need. Most of the other pieces I need. Legendary weapons, I made it really easy with the starter kit. So again, I've got a bunch sitting on. But then even though I've got a bunch already sitting in my bank, basically ready to be made, I'm still working on ones like, because I guess I'm a masochist. I'm still working on. I still plan to make 3 of the Gen 2 legendaries, which are not starter kit based, which means I've decided to make those instead of the Gen 1 ones, even though those would be way easier with the starter kit. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make, because I want Nevermore, and I want. Although actually I might not bother with. I do want Chuka and Champawat, which is the short bow. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think most of the appeal for me with that is is just like the theme and story around it. Same with Nevermore. Well, no, Nevermore looks cool as fuck. Chuka is mainly just because the journeys, the legendary journey of it is really cool. Like Tiger, it's all Tiger based, is really cool. The main one that I'm really set on doing is Nevermore. And then before a lot of these starter kits, before I had them, I was working on the achievements. Now that I have the precursors, I'm probably not going to do that, but like I no longer need to do that. Alright, I definitely still did not get... Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So now I can make another of those. I mean, basically, we just have to find events to do. I haven't been doing like 100% just in the new expansion though, because the other stuff I want to do, like as I said, I'm working on the specialization weapons collection, so I'm spending some time in Cantha, working on my weeklies, stuff like that. I love how I'm like, when I'm going around exploring, I always like ignore like all the events that are going on, and it's like, you need to fill your mastery bar. You could be doing events, but like I could have been doing events this whole time and getting experience for it. Oh, that didn't fucking work. I don't know what happened there. You're supposed to collect all this shit, and when you get transformed, go tell this lady that you got transformed. But it like auto took me out. Maybe I accidentally hit the button, I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Also getting, what did I get? I got the, I've been using Blish HUD, which has like a really super useful thing of the, you can like mark, you can get notifications for like any of the events that you need. Because I used to, if I needed a meta for something, or like I'm mostly for like collection like for achievements, like you need a meta or you need a whatever, and I would always go and I would look on the, whenever I would think about it, I would go and look on the, you know, if you go on like the wiki or whatever, there's like a list of all the events that are happening at whatever times, right? But like I think either with my ADHD brain or just the fact that it's just not the most convenient way of doing it. You know, you look and you're gonna go, oh well, the next one happens in like 3 hours, so I'm not gonna do it, right? And then when the 3 hours comes along, even if you could do it, you're not thinking about it. Whatever. It's just like, but just having a notification pop up that says this shit is happening in like 10 minutes, you're like, oh okay, it makes it so much easier to knock things off my list of things I have to do. Especially like the end of Dragons metas, man. Like I don't fucking want to wait around for that shit to happen. But now I've knocked out like 4 or 5 of them, the ones that I needed to do, because it'll pop up. And but granted, a lot of the times it pops up and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that shit right now. But literally just having it pop up at all greatly increases your chance of like just literally just jumping over and doing whatever. So that's been good. Like anything that makes keeping track of things easier, because I mean the thing is I basically like I'm basically a fucking masochist, because I always do this to myself, you know. I have like a million things to keep track of in like just normal life, you know. And then I always decide that the games I want to play are the ones that are like this, where you have like a fucking look at all this shit that I'm working on. I don't know why my brain likes to make playing games into work. I mean, I'm not like some of these crazy people who have like spreadsheets and crap, but and I'm not like a build guy. Like I don't like, even when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 a lot, like I would look up builds for like characters. But like really, when you really get into the weeds of it, I had trouble with that. Like I could never, yeah. Even in this game, I will just like occasionally look and see whatever is meta, and I'll just like basically copy paste the thing in. But like all these people that do these like big spreadsheets and figuring out like optimal stuff, yeah, I'm not that kind of person, but I am the. I'm more of that kind of person in a completionist way, Not in like a how I play the game way, like, as I said, like meta builds and stuff, but in terms of like, I want to do everything this game has, and I'm going to do everything all at once. And I got to keep track of everything that I have to do. And then I have to do that in like 3 different games. Like, oh my god. I mean, I literally have like notes on my phone of all the games that I am trying to work through. I have a list of all the books that I want to read, and I have a list of all the TV shows I want to watch, and I have a list of all the movies I want to watch. Like, I fucking like micromanage everything. But it's better to, if you're gonna do that, it's better to have lists, because if you don't have lists, you're not gonna watch or play any of those things. At least the only way it's manageable. And since I've been using those lists, I've actually knocked out a lot of stuff that I wanted to play or watch. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is I can't simply be a person who treats entertainment and stuff as just like what you do in your free time. No, it's like, this is the stuff that I have to do. Which I've realized recently, I think to like some benefit of like at least not making myself go completely crazy, of like ultimately realizing this is just the way, like what entertainment is supposed to be is just the way that you pass the time. Like it shouldn't be a checklist. But also, there's just so much great media out there that, like, I feel like I'm gonna miss out on stuff if I don't, like, make a list of all the things I have to watch and play. So, it's a balance. But it's funny, because, like, it sounds like such an, what do they call those type of people? A-type personality type A, right? Like, type A people. I'm, like, a fucking anti-type A person. But yet I seem to approach, like, everything. I'm, like, basically a type A person without the fucking discipline or hustle mentality to be a type A person. But, like, that is a major improvement in my life. It's just figuring out how to organize things and figuring out how to be, like, efficient despite not being efficient. Like, I think that's the thing that I've, like, absolutely fucking mastered in the last, like, couple years. Maybe, like, last year or so. It's making lists. It's working on, like, even with the comic and, like, art and stuff. It's, like, because it used to be, you know, this is what I'm talking about with discipline. It used to be if I didn't have the time or energy to, you know, like, oh, yeah, I gotta work on the comic every day, right? But if one day I didn't have that much time, or I didn't really have that much energy, or I wasn't feeling like doing it, I would just do nothing. And it's the same thing with, like, I like learning languages. It's the same thing with that. Like, if I couldn't spend an hour, 30 minutes or an hour doing it, or wasn't really in the mindset, or if I couldn't accomplish a certain amount, I wouldn't do it at all. And now I'm realizing this really fucking stupid thing. And then people always tell you this, like, you have to take it one brick. You're making a wall. You have to make one brick at a time, right? But it's partly that, and it's partly just, like, even if you make, like with drawing, even if, like with the comic, like, even if I have absolutely zero motivation, zero energy to work on it at all whatsoever, I have now gotten the habit of, I'm going to draw one line. I mean, that might be an exaggeration, but, like, I'm going to draw one fucking line, and me drawing one line today, and me drawing, like, a tiny little bit every day, it's still not going to be it's still going to be slower progress than if you, like, spent 30 minutes a day, of course. But it's also way faster than, I didn't work on this for a whole fucking week because I didn't have the time or energy. So, yeah, it's just, like, little shit like that makes, like, massive difference. And I did find that when I was doing just little bits every day, like, the day it looks like you're accomplishing nothing, but then, like, in, like, a month, you're like, holy shit, look at all that I did. And it's the same thing with, like, language learning. Like, if you just do, like, I would used to be on, now I haven't been doing it. Now I haven't done it for, like, months, but you know, I was like learning Thai. I was like learning my Spanish. Like for my Spanish, I would just look at like Duolingo, and even if I didn't fucking feel like doing it, I would like literally do one like 2-minute lesson, like literally just like one of those little fucking exercises, and it doesn't seem like it's anything, but it's actually huge. It's actually fucking huge, or at least it is huge for somebody who up until that point was an all or nothing person. Like I was an all or nothing person, which meant most of the time I was a nothing person. Like I didn't like if I couldn't accomplish a specific thing, I wouldn't fucking do it at all. And now I'm like, draw one line of your comic. Like literally draw one fucking stroke of the pencil. It's like you'd be fucking amazed at how much more you get done if you but it took me like how many, like I'm like 30, oh god, I forgot how old I am. I'm 32. And it took me 30 years to learn that, despite people telling me, you know, just one brick at a time, right? But there's been a lot of stuff in my life like that. Like people, you know, my dad always gave me good advice, like mental health stuff, right? Like this too shall pass, or you know, like little things. And it's one thing somebody telling you, and it's another thing learning it yourself. Like you gotta put that shit into practice. You gotta like figure it out for yourself. Like people can give you the greatest advice, but unless you actually learn it yourself, it's not gonna make a difference. So it's been good. Like I feel like, you know, things are good. I'm also like, it's also learning to prioritize. Like as I said, when I'm like closing on the house, it's like that's, and also like, and also not beating yourself up. Like, oh, you know, that's what I learned, I think, the most in the last couple months. You know, because I was like working on closing for the house, and so as a result, like I wasn't making the progress I wanted to make on the comic. And it's like my wife would remind me, and other people would remind me, like, yeah, but you're fucking closing on a house, dude. Like, give yourself some fucking grace. You're closing on a goddamn house. Like, why are you gonna beat yourself up for not doing XYZ when you're doing, like, you know, W? It's all about prioritizing. It's all about. The other thing I learned, like, probably about 10 years ago, but I've still been getting better at it, like, as I go, is I don't do should've. I don't do should've, could've, would've. I don't do that shit. Like, even if it was something that I shouldn't have done, or even if it was something that I should have done, I don't think like it, because there's no fucking point. Like, literally, I used to do, you know, like let's say, like, 10 years ago, I used to do the whole, I should, like, especially when me and my wife first started, like, dating, I would always be like, oh, man, I should have done this. I should have done this. And all you do is all you accomplish is making yourself feel like fucking garbage. It doesn't actually prevent you from, it doesn't actually make you should have done it in the future. It doesn't make you not have done it in the past. All it makes you do is just feel like crap. So now every time if I've, like, well, now it doesn't occur to me that much. But for like a long time there, I was training myself. Whenever I think, oh, I should have done this, or I shouldn't have done that, I'm like, no. Like, and sometimes that would end up me just, like, not, like, putting in the energy to even, but, like, that's still better than feeling like crap about it. Like, let's say if it's like, I should have worked out today. You know, if you stop doing the, oh, I should have worked out today, it's like, okay, maybe that means that you continue to not work out that day. But that's better than, like, feeling like crap about it. What do they say about, like, if you stress about something, then you're, like, suffering twice? And in the long run, it actually was way better for my productivity. Because once you take that pressure off of yourself, and that shame, once you get rid of, like, that fucking shame, You take that pressure off yourself. It's so much easier to, yeah. Like, I've been, like, way more productive in the last, like, 5 years than probably most of my life. And it's because I stopped putting so much goddamn pressure on myself. Anyway, this is how streams are. This is how streams with me are gonna be. I mean, they were like this before, but now I just don't give a fuck. Speaking of like taking pressure off yourself, except now it's because, as I said, this is not my. Like, I no longer have a goal of becoming like doing a streaming thing. It's no longer like an ambition or a goal. Like, when I started, it was like, oh yeah, I would love to be a popular streamer. Now I'm like, I don't care. So I'm just like doing it for myself now. As I said, I'm streaming tonight because I was like, oh yeah, I think it'd be fun. I haven't done it in a while. Let's just stream. I have like, so it's 0 expectations now. What is going on with this? Dude, this is like... Ah, there we go. I feel like some of these flowers were like only partly working or only partly giving me... Why does those transformation keep... Okay, this is weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm not like 100% right, like, as I said. A little bit ADD brain. I'm not paying that much attention to what I'm doing. Either it's a bug or way more likely I'm just not realizing what I'm doing and I'm canceling the thing out or something. I mean, the in transformation is on my mouse button, so maybe I'm inadvertently hitting that. Oh, look how close. I'm very close. If I was paying attention, I'd be going crazy right now. Actually, that's the one nice thing about streaming is I feel like if I was not streaming right now, I would just be like looking at this fucking bar and be like, I think it's because having the stream going is having me like paying attention to talking at the same time as, so I'm not like literally watching this fucking bar fill up and going, what event can I do now? It's kind of like how when I'm working, I like to have on music because it distracts my brain. It's funny how, like, you know, people think like a lot of people, if they need to focus on something, they need to have no distractions. For me, if I have 0 distractions, that's like the biggest distraction. Like, I'm one of those people that needs background music. Because if I have silence, or I'm like too focused on something, I'm gonna go fucking insane. Like, as I said, if I didn't have the... Oh, here, I found... Also, the really nice thing I found about this map so far is that, like, exploring actually gets you stuff. Like, I feel like I'm actually passively finding a lot of the achievements, which I don't feel like has been my experience in the past. Here lies our commander. Brave and resilient, we leave her sword where she fell. Yeah, this one I actually am finding that exploring is actually getting me the stuff. I've always, like, struggled with that before. Like, most of the previous content, I feel like I've had to look up most things. You know, you find, like, X amount of things by yourself, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm still missing, you know, you look at the thing, and you're like, I'm still missing X, Y, Z, and you end up, like, just looking up those things to fill in the gaps. I've only done that with a couple things so far on here. Man, we're so close. Let's do the... Okay, this is an easy one. Well, it's also, like, real life, too, is, you know, like, what I've been doing with the achievements in this is also kind of an approach to how you approach things in real life, too, that you want to get done, is, like, like, instead of, like, you know, doing, like, Well, it's like I said with the legendaries. Instead of doing like one thing at a time, like, you know, I've got like this, right? Instead of being like, oh, I need to work on Captain Leo the Relentless. Let me find the boatswain. Then I wait to find the boatswain. Then I look at the next thing. Do the next thing. It's like, no, you kind of just do what's around you, right? Like, I just found that warrior's grave. Just happened upon it. Like, that's the way to do it. I mean, you could like, look at the list and, like, not check things off one by one. But I actually feel like you get way more done if you... Maybe not faster, but you get more done if you just do the stuff that's around you. Well, because, like, with a lot of these, like, collections, you know, they're across the entire map, right? So, if of course, it's going to take less time if you do, like, all of the things in this area for a bunch of different achievements than all of the things in this, like, as you go, instead of just, like, this collection, I have to go here, and then all the way over here, and then all the way over here, and then all the way over here. Maybe this sounds dumb and obvious, I don't know. My streams are just me thinking out loud, so... If it seems like a dumb, obvious thing, it's just because I'm basically just going pure stream of consciousness. But yeah, it's about, like, finding effective practices. And of course that's going to be different for everybody. But I've been finding my effective practices in all things. Defeat Boatswain Tennant. Oi, David Tennant, what are you doing? Why is Doctor Who over here? He looks a very, very, very tiny little bit like David Tennant. Not really. A very little tiny bit he looks like David Tennant. Oh no, he's got an American accent, never mind. Out of respect. You've got spirit, I'll give you that. I might not even spit on your corpse when I gut you. Out of respect. Okay, see? Cool, I got another thing. I mean, some things you have to, like, obviously you have to, like, search them out. You can't do everything passively, you know. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do stream certain days. I'm definitely not gonna try to do the whole thing of, like, I stream this on this day, and nah. I'm doing this in the stream what I want to stream. But I don't know if I'll even do certain days. I know it's better if you do certain days so people kind of know what to expect, but I feel like people aren't going to know what to expect anyway. Because I'm just going to do it when I feel like it. Hey, here we go. Alright, we can keep going on the story now. I think that's what I needed. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, you need the Aether location. To pick up the trail. To pick up the trail. Alright, so the thing I gotta do, every time I go into the next story step, I gotta know what I'm doing so I don't miss things. Use the dance emote near an executor of waves to join his movements. Avoid all of the Sinistral's burrowing charge attacks. And track the Inquest trail in the allotted time. So I'm guessing tracking the allotted time is probably the first thing. Yeah, especially stress ones like that, where, like, you can fuck them up. A lot of the, like, some of the other ones are just like, oh, just do this thing, which just means you have to do it before you get to the next part. I'm also trying to remember certain stuff that I have to do outside of this expansion. Like right before I started the stream, I realized I needed the for the aqua breather. You gotta like, I mean, this is not like something I'm in a rush to do, but like apparently a lot of the other steps are things that you can be doing, but like until I do the next step, I won't unlock them. So apparently there's something in wait, what is this one? Lysios. No, that's not one of the ones. I don't think. That's not one of the ones, is it? Inquest pest. Operative Milo, stop the experimenting inquest from ruining Hall Garden. Raph, hunt down and destroy experimental creatures. Does it have, so it has to be a specific researcher, I guess. What is, also what is this? Hold on. What is this? Oh, okay, next, Captain Leo. Tinker, pounces on your foot and gives you a purr. Okay, do you know where the Master at Arms is? Hackles raised, the crew retracted their claws and marched towards Shadow's Master K and her skimmer net course. Oh, the skimmer one, okay. I think I know where that is. Wait 1 second. This is like every single time I go over to where the story stuff is, I forget and I do it wrong. I go over instead of under. You can probably go there from there, but actually, yeah, no, I totally could have just done it from Twisting Hollows. That's alright, we'll follow it this way. Probably would have been easier to go through Twisting Hollows. I'm going the right way. I bet y'all were thinking, does this guy ever shut up? Sometimes. Be quiet for a little bit. Well, sometimes you gotta get in that focus. Alright. Dude, this one's always in fails when I come by here. There's an achievement to complete it without any of these guys dying, but every time I come by, they're all dead. Alright. I'm gonna have to get these guys to fuck off. Let's get these guys to fuck off. Okay. I go my skimmer. Get me out of combat. This out of combat delay is so annoying. Like you can't do this when you're in combat. It's like, fuck off. Like enemies are dead, and then oh, see, now I'm back in combat. Fuck. This is one of the shit that pisses me off. Like there's a delay to getting out of combat. Like even after you've defeated enemies. Okay. Give me skimmer. Give me ether location. Okay. Okay, I got a time limit of 5 minutes. That's not too bad. This is probably actually really easy. 5 minutes is probably plenty of time. Use enhanced barrel roll. Huh? To uncover the object buried in the sand somewhere. What the fuck? What? Huh? What in the fuck? There's nothing here. Seriously? Oh. No, that's just the fucking treasure. Right. Oh, I mean, I'll get it, but... Annoying. Okay, anyway, that's not what I needed. This is dumb. Dumb? So much for 5 minutes is plenty. I'm gonna spend the next, like, 10 minutes trying to find... Here we go. Jesus, dude. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. What? I found it. Am I just dumb? I might just be dumb. I found the thing. I might just be dumb. I might just be dumb, guys. I found the thing. I don't know what it wants me to do. And now it's telling me I'm in combat again for no reason. What are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, it's right there. What do you want me to do? Oh, now you let me. Oh my god. Office, I hate when they put things that you have to read and then somebody comes up and attacks you. Overseer, I can only offer my apologies. What the director sees... Oh wait, no, I've only got 2 minutes. Fuck that. I can't read. I don't have time to read that. See, why do you do that? I don't have time to read that. I want to read it, but I don't have time to read it. Fuck you. And now of course I'm not gonna be able to read it. I don't have fucking time for that shit. I got 2 minutes to find the thing. I wish they wouldn't, like, make things that you can read, but you can only read if you read them right that second. Like, for people who like lore stuff, you're kind of fucking those people over. They either have to read those things right that second and get screwed on something else, or... See, also I can't go get that treasure. Oh god, this again. I'm not gonna get this. There's no way I'm gonna get this. Look at this shit. Look how long this is taking me to find the... So I'm fucked. So I'm gonna have to redo story. How do you even redo an achievement like this? It's not even a story instance. Oh my god, this is... Like, how do I even redo this if I fail to find it in 45 seconds? Which, of course, I'm going to fail to find it in 45 seconds. How do you even re-attempt a fucking... This is bullshit. I might have to do story on a whole... Like, go through all this story crap on another whole character. And there's the item. And again, it's not letting me... Yeah, there's the fucking item, dumbass. Oh my god, bitch. Bitch. And of course it takes a certain amount of time to... Well, fuck me. Yay! That's bullshit. And you need every single one of these to get the story achievement collection. That pisses me the fuck off. Like, that requires you to listen to it a certain amount of time. So when they say you have 5.5 minutes, they actually mean you have like 4 minutes. I hate bullshit like that. It like literally locks you out of. I mean, obviously I wouldn't have gotten it anyway. I had like, 13 seconds or whatever. But yeah, also, how the fuck do I even reattempt this achievement, which is required for the... Like, you need... For this Act 1 Mastery, you literally need every single fucking one. So I didn't get this one. How do I even reattempt it? It's not even in the story instance, so I don't know how you would reattempt that. What the hell? Yeah, that's not bullshit at all. I said 5.5 minutes is more than enough. My poor naive ass. Just fucking shit like this just give me fucking anxiety. But I was the kid who in at least in middle and high school, I was in special ed. I needed not cause I I was in special ed because I needed extra time on like assignments and stuff. Like I knew the material well. Like it wasn't a matter of not knowing the stuff. Like I knew the material well enough, and was smart enough to figure it out. But being under a fucking time crunch was bullshit. I always will think this under bullshit. Just like unnecessary ass anxiety. Fuck that shit. I don't mind it as much in games, of course, but I just generally don't do well with time stuff. Oh, from blocks there, the second set. Because like if something like this where it's not clear what they want you to do, then you're fucked. And then you have to do I have to redo the whole story again on another character? I ain't doing that shit. Apologies for lack of... And so then they give you stuff that you have to read, too. Like, if I hadn't already run out of time, I'm not reading this. And then I'm not going to get another chance to read it, because it's not... Like, that's so fucking dumb. If you want us to look at your lore, then we're not going to get the achievement. If you want us to get the achievement, we're going to miss, like, lore stuff, which is cool. Apologies for lack of communication. Seb always suspicious. Note from Vlox references Second Sinistral and Starlit Weald. Vlox hypothesizes territoriality beyond natural inclinations, perhaps magical in origin. Suspect from diction, a diminishing impatience with Seb's indulgences, but director can be inscrutable. More when time permits. Time does not permit. That's my one complaint. And I've noticed it in the past with this game, but it hasn't been nearly as bad. I feel like every single piece of lore like that you have to read it off of a thing, at least in the story, I can't read it. Because either there's a time crunch like this, something is kicking my ass, or yeah. And even worse, like if I wanted to get the time challenge, right? I do the whole thing. I can't come back and read that. I can literally, if I close the thing, I can never read it again. If you're gonna give us cool lore stuff, you have to fucking make it clickable. You cannot give us like one opportunity in. Other people probably don't care about this as much as I like. I just think that's dumb. I like to read lore stuff, but I cannot always read it the second I read it. Like, make it so I can fucking interact with it again in the future. It's like one and done. Like, okay. Fuck me, I guess. Never gonna read it. A lot of people don't care about reading that stuff. I'm like a bit of a... It just threw me all off. Okay, hold up. Alright, where am I going? This way. Like, that's just dumb, bro. Like, why even bother writing stuff that people can't read? Why even bother writing stuff that you're not going to let people read? Like, there was, like, ones that's, like, multiple pages. Like, why even bother fucking writing that if I can't read it? because of the way that you designed everything else around it. It's just a little pet peeve of mine. Things like that. There are always things that are probably pretty fucking trivial. But hey, if it's trivial, actually I think the more trivial something is, the more it's gonna piss me off. If it's, because that's how my brain works. The less something actually fucking matters, the more it pisses me off. And what is going on with the audio? What? What's going on with audio? Voice actors aren't on strike. Everything else has been voice acted. She was like, Saida, I think I'm nearing the end of the trail. What is going on with my audio? What the fuck was that? She says, Saida, I think I'm nearing the end of the trail. Scammer is sensing something large. Bring back up. I'll gather whoever I can and be right there, Commander. Now I feel like, fuck the rest of my achievements, man. Like, I have to redo all this crap anyway. Oh my god, how dumb. Yeah, at least if it's in a story instance, I know how they do that. It's not too bad. Like, you don't have to do the whole story again. You just replay it on from the story thing, and then you just can just replay it just for achievements. Ever since they did that, everything's like so much better. But now they've started doing a lot of the story steps like in the open world. So I don't actually know how you reattempt that.
Came as quickly as we could. Denok's occupied. Rowdy freebooters.
He's gone. Invited him to check out the pub. Then invited him to check out Hallgarden. Wasn't too bothered when he declined.
He seemed a little under the weather when we arrived. I assumed he was back on the Leviathan. But no luck there.
Yeah, it's a feeling he doesn't want to be here. Sure did insist on coming, though.
No time to worry about it. Seb and Kuda rendezvoused here, testing some experiment nearby. Let's see what they're up to.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, the guy really wanted to come here, but now he doesn't want to come here? Okay. I mean, we wouldn't have made the journey here without him, but... And what is going on with my skills? There we go. I feel like this is happening a fair amount in this game. Maybe I'm just stupid, but like I click on a skill. I know sometimes you can, like some skills you can kind of interrupt by starting, if you start channeling another skill. But sometimes I'll click on it like that with that one. Like I clicked on it, I didn't do anything else, and then it went back to having not have clicked on it. Like what? I understand sometimes like if I do this one and then I do this one, I can no, see, it doesn't even interrupt it, so I don't know why. Sometimes you can interrupt a skill if you press another skill. I can't keep track of every single skill that does that, because some skills I think do that and some skills don't do that. Okay, whatever. But I feel like I've been noticing it more and more that the shit's just not responsive, period. Like I have to click skills multiple times. Like this one. Is it because this was channeling? I think it's because that was channeling. But I don't think that was channeling when I tried to hit that skill. I feel like they've changed skills a lot in terms of like how they're activated, because I'm having issues with skills that I never had issues with before. I mean, I don't mean like specific skills. I mean like I'm having issues with skills in general not activating, which I never had before. Like, no matter what class I'm playing, I have to click on skills like multiple times to get them to activate once.
Pardon. Did you allow yourself to be followed, Biomancer?
I would ask the same of you, Overseer. But it's irrelevant.
Fight, fight, fight!
To be true. You're not running.
Not even any guards.
What matters now is that you've all bungled this experiment.
Good. Don't particularly give a shit.
That were scarcely just unearthed.
But wait.
Fight, fight, fight.
What?
Okay. The Sinistral is just the crab. Okay. Corba, crab, carba. Corba, carba. Okay, so we're supposed to not get hit by the burrowing attacks. Use the dance near an executor of waves. What is an executor of waves, though? Okay, so don't get hit by her burrowing attacks.
I appreciate you stepping in.
I always fail those. I still have like the one story achievement I never completed on Soto of don't get hit by Queen Labrys's something attack. Which when it happened, I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I was like, oh, don't get hit by that attack. Great. And then like next thing I knew, I was disqualified for it. And I was like, I don't even know when it happened. That's the level of... I haven't seen her burrow so far. Hopefully when she does, I don't get hit by it. It's pretty much just a hope and a prayer. Pumpkin, don't bother me. I can't mess this up. Cat alert, cat alert. Okay, she's walking away. Yeah, definitely the cat has messed me up a couple times. Okay, find one of the artifacts Seb planted around the clearing. Okay. Okay, is this the Sinistral of Waves? I mean, a Sinistral, an Executor of Waves? Wait, what is this? Wait, can I... Wait, what? What is going on? Oh, that's her burrowing attack. Okay. Okay, okay, at least I know what that is now. Hold up. Oh, no, 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 fuck. Okay, that did not disqualify me. That was not a burrowing attack. Or that part of the attack was not a burrowing attack. Can I do dance? Yeah, okay. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. Okay. Sand pile. Okay. We good. I feel like I'm just doing this by the skin of my teeth right now. I feel like I've succeeded so far out of luck, not out of skill. Pumpkin, no, no, no. No pumpkin. This is gonna be a long fight, isn't it? Cat distract. Okay. No, she's actually behaving pretty well. Normally she'd be like scratching my leg or trying to get up on my leg while I'm doing this. And it would be fucking me up. Good girl. Good girl, Pumpkin. Stay doing that. I'm not trying to fuck this up and do it all over again. Find what? Okay, artifacts. Okay, here we go. Where is she? Okay, I just want to make sure I don't get hit by that.
No luck. Try again.
Huh? Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Safe?
Not helpful. Try again.
Alright, where is she? Poor Saida is getting fucked up. Was she the body that was laying there earlier? Now she's up, but thanks, Ritlock. No, 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 pumpkin, pumpkin! Ah, shit, pumpkin, no. Oh my god. Yeah, she likes to, like, try to get up on my leg and claws the shit out of me when she does so. She doesn't mean to, but I was trying to teach her to, hey, no, no, sweetie. No, sweetie, not right now. Oh, man. Alright, hold up. Sorry, I'm just trying to really not get hit by this. I really don't like redoing stuff. Fuck it, I'm going in. Okay. I think that's the actual burrowing attack. It's just specifically that line. I don't think it's like... But I don't want to take any risk about that. I was like, I don't think it's... Well, anyway. I don't think it's her just, like, touching you when she's underground like that, but in that phase. But as I said, I don't want to risk that. I think it's specifically that dash attack. But... Dude, I am doing so low damage right now. Just, like, trying to avoid her shit. I don't know why I have to be so careful right now. She's not burrowing right now. I know when it's happening. I can just be more reckless right now. And just fuck her up. Right? I love how it's just big crab. Big carb. Big carb. Okay, looking for artifact again. Okay. Where did she even go? Oh, poor Saida, man. She is flat. That's flat Saida. You know that shit? Flat Saida? That's flat Saida. Ow. Oh! Shit. Oh, no, no, no. She's coming. Hurry up, Ridlock. Hurry your ass up, dog. Ow. Ow. Fucking hell. Oh, thank God. Where is she? Where's she at? Oh, okay. Dude, that's like 3 phases. She's down to... Oh, it's done. Okay. I thought I was gonna have to... I'm like 3 phases in. She's only down to 70%. Okay, we got it. Holy shit. Alright, so the only one I have to redo is this one. Which I don't know how you redo that. It's a little bit annoying. Oh, she's friend?
That's it.
Hello, friend.
There you go.
Hi, friend.
Actually worked. Thought for sure somebody was going to end up dead there. Probably us.
What are those artifacts? And the magic that's holding her?
Raw ley magic, mostly. But I swear there's something else familiar about it. When I saw it earlier, near Hull Garden.
Either of you get much of a look at those artifacts she's hoarding?
A book? Tablets? Some kind of shard.
Shadowstone. The Seers. Blight. That's what that magic felt like. Seer magic. Iskarin. Iskarin! Yeah. Either he can't hear me, or he doesn't want to talk. With Keeler Khan for the moment, maybe you two can get some people in them and start setting up camp.
On it. We'll keep an eye out for his...
How do I know the thing's name?
And Seb. Like to wipe that smug grin off his
I mean, I know how I know the name of the creature, but...
I'll meet you there soon. Get our bearings.
Because she has a little nameplate over her head. Is that a secret power of Sylvari, is that they can see nameplates over people's heads? I don't know. They were the only ones that could hear Mortimer's voice. Alright. So this is taking me to the new map. Yep. So I guess I'm probably fucked. I don't know how to redo that one achievement that was not part of the story instance. I mean, I did do one before where you can, but I don't know how it would work in terms of. There was one achievement in Baba Niso's story where you had to do a thing during a certain step in the story, and you could, if you missed it, you could do it by just going to that story step or story chapter or whatever. But this one is like actively tracking a thing down, so I don't know how that would work. Because that one was like, you do like an event that just happens in the world normally, but you do it during that story step. This is like an actual story thing that was happening in the open world. Wild Castoran Magic Mastery. The magic of this land has run wild for millennia. It now bends to your fingertips. I hope this one is cool. I've been disappointed by some of the masteries like this. I mean, I understand that they're kind of running out of ideas, but I gotta say, I was so disappointed in the whole Mersat Shadowcraft. It was like literally just like a mirror shard thing, which was like not really even useful outside of a specific purpose. And then the rest of it was all just you get more materials or XP from events. And I'm like, how are you going to make something that sounds as cool as Mersat Shadowcraft and make it something really lame? So hopefully this one's cool. What does it do? I won't have my hopes too high. Can't be disappointed. Let's see. Used to open obscure chests, earned by completing events and magic mirror challenges, and by defeating enemies that are veteran rank or higher. Disappears when leaving a map. So you get keys. See, the secrets of Castora have begun to reveal themselves to you. You can now see and interact with magic mirrors through Castora. See, that's what they did with the Mersat Shadowcraft thing, and it was not very interesting. But maybe this one's a little more interesting version of that. You have learned to accurately recognize and harvest the lingering magic of Castora. So that's probably just you get more from... You have optimized the amount of magic needed to open treasure chests, and your renown among the inhabitants is increased. No, it's some lame shit again. Your sharp perception and experience with Castora's magical landscape allows you to gain more rewards. You've mastered the ways of wild magic and have maximized rewards. I mean, I get it. They run out of ideas, but pretty much the only cool masteries we get anymore are mounts. The other ones are just like, here's a new thing that you'll do once, and then the whole rest of the track is you get more experience from it. Alright, well, we're just going to focus on Skimmer right now. Yeah, so you just get more experience. Oh, hey, you get a shield on using a supply stash that doesn't actually do anything except turn you invisible for like 10 seconds. You get maps, like, it's just all just, like, you get rewards. I guess you can't really be disappointed if you just realize they ran out of ideas and that there aren't going to be any cool ones anymore. Masteries are now just relegated to just you get more shit. I don't know. This one's still pretty disappointing though. I mean, the Mersat Shadowcraft was disappointing because it's like the whole thing is Mersats, and we're looking at this cool shit that's all the Mersats, and you'd think you'd be able to learn something cool, magically cool from the Mersat, because the Mersat were powerful and magic and cool. No. And then this whole island is supposed to be about like powerful ambient magic and shit, and like seer magic and shit. It's like, no, you just get some rewards. You just get more rewards from stuff you do. Same as we've done for the past, like, 3 expansions. Like, I don't know what I expect. I mean, But I don't know. It just sucks because, and yeah, I know we've had like kind of ones like that since like the beginning of Masteries. We've always had like some kind of filler ones, but there were at least like, you know, a couple here and there that were like interesting. Granted, I really like the mount ones, like the mount shit has been really cool. Like the mount revamps have been awesome. So at least we got that. They have been really fucking cool, and I'm excited about the skimmer ones. The skimmer ones are pretty cool. I'm just like a big like world building nerd, and so to have like this whole expansion is supposed to be about like ambient magics and stuff, and like Masteries are all about the environment of where you're going, right? So the whole thing is ambient magic, and they didn't do anything functional with that. Like they didn't do anything immersive or functional with that, which is just disappointing because like the Masteries in the past have been such a cool way of doing like immersive like world building. You know, like yeah, and as I said, like I know even in Heart of Thorns they had ones like, oh, just do this Mastery so you can unlock vendors. Like, you know, but like look at the like, okay. Like I know we've always had like just kind of filler ones. Like this just lets you make legendaries, okay. Like we've always had things like that. It's like that's fine. Like you can't make everything something like I mean, and you also can't like break the game. Like I get it. It has to be something like it's really difficult because it has to be something really cool, but also like not be like game breaking. So, and as I said, I can't even think of anything. But yeah, it's just like we used to have cool stuff. Like I'm not even looking at the Central Terraria ones. They're not that interesting. Like okay, Heart of Thorns, we had gliding, and we had everything related to gliding. That's of course been like huge. See, even in Itzel lore, being able to trade with the Itzel was only one out of all of these, right? So like out of all the Itzel stuff, this one, but like honestly, even that was done better from a lore perspective. Like you have to be able to speak their language to talk to the merchants. At least there's like a, you know, somewhat of a explanation behind that, right? And then Itzel leadership. Oh, you can now challenge a guy. Okay, like those are kind of filler ones. But we got bouncing mushrooms. We got blazing mushrooms. We can now go to poison areas, and we get like refresh mushrooms. This is the worst offender. This has been the worst offender. We've gotten adrenal mushrooms 5 times. We've gotten a separate mastery for adrenal mushrooms 5 times. Like this initially great. It's a great mastery, right? Then we got it again. Unless I'm missing one. So we definitely got it at least like 4 or 5 times. We got this one, adrenal mushrooms. That's the initial one is great, right? But then we got lowland beehives. Now people did point out that they're slightly better because they also refresh. Like adrenal mushrooms apparently didn't do this. They also refresh like, I mean, of course they didn't because it was Heart of Thorns. There weren't mounts yet. So apparently the beehives do have the added effect of like mount ability refresh, which is okay. That's cool. So like okay, that in and of itself, okay, that's fine, right? But it's still technically a slightly better adrenal mushroom, okay? Then they did like, let's see. But yeah, like just compare them. Hold up. So then we had, wait, there's multiple beehive ones. Hold up. Empowered beehives, bloodstone empowered beehives. These are literally identical things, but just for a different map in the same expansion. Like, oh, you think, oh, I can know how to use beehives ability in Janthier. No, you only know how to use beehives on one specific map in Janthier. You have to get a different mastery to do the same thing on a different map, the same expansion. Like, so far we have adrenal mushrooms, slightly better adrenal mushrooms with one other effect, adrenal mushrooms in a different map on the same expansion. And then see we got, and then I think even Marsat Shuttlecraft had one too. Janthier Beehive. So you had 3 identical. No, this is the one. Actually, see, even the initial one didn't even do this. This one, they add mount stuff. So this one is literally copy-pasted adrenal mushrooms. This one is copy-pasted adrenal mushrooms. So we've had adrenal mushrooms 5 times. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4. We've had 4 times. Which wouldn't be that bad. Well, it would still be that bad. But 3 of those 4 are the same fucking expansion. And then, like, look at like the early one. Like, we had filler stuff since the beginning, right? Like, we had, okay. Well, this is all of these are unique. They're all gliding. They all improve gliding in an interesting way, right? That's a new mechanic, bouncing mushrooms. This allows you to talk to vendor. Okay, so it's kind of a filler one. But at least it's like lore based on the you learn the language. Speed, great. New mechanic. Go into poison areas. Like, okay, that's only happens in Heart of Thorn maps. You're gonna have some like that. Even though I think the best masteries are ones that you can continue using in all of the, like, we still have bouncing mushrooms. That's great. That's awesome. It's like a very simple one. It's not really needed anymore. We have mounts, but like I still think bouncing mushrooms is great because they, even though we have mounts, they continue to put bouncing mushrooms in every new map. That's how fucking mastery should be. It should never stop being relevant. I mean, there's going to be some that's fine. There are going to be some that are expansion specific. Like, that's fine, right? Okay. So far in Heart of Thorns, we've only had like 2 that could be considered like stupid filler ones. And then 1 that's like map specific. Okay. Map specific. So that's like maybe 3, 4. But like again, these are still like kind of, you know, I mean they're kind of niche, you know, but they're still a thing. There's still like a function to it, right? There's still something it actually does, right? So let's say, you know, 3, 4, right? You know, this is specific items, and you know, that's the first time they did it. Okay. You know, some of these are kind of like, you know, filler ones, right? 4, 5. This is a new unique thing. Although I'm kind of again like, I mean, again, it's like specific to Heart of Thorns because you're not gonna have new Hawk Wallows anywhere else. Okay, that's fine. 6. But like also, there's a lot more per too, right? So like 6 is this one. This one was cool actually. I mean, I don't know if they continued using it after Heart of Thorns or not. I'm not sure. I don't think we've really had stealth things that we haven't been able to see since then, so I don't know if it's been relevant or not. 7. Oh, okay, so this is the other one that pisses me off. This one was so cool, right? We had Chak, and they put goop on you, and you get this alchemy. I mean, you get this mastery, and now dodging removes it, right? Then comes Soto. They brought Chak back to new maps, and this one no longer works. New Hawk Alchemy doesn't work on the Sky Chak. And now you could argue, oh, okay, well, they're different kind of Chak, different kind of goop, whatever. It's like, then why bother fucking doing it at all? Because the whole reason I like masteries is when they continue to be applicable. Like, that would have been so cool. That would have been, like, the coolest fucking shit ever. Like, of course, it's pretty trivial. As I said, the more trivial something is, actually, I like it more, or I care more. But, that would have been so dope, right? Like, this is the first ever fucking expansion that had masteries, right? The first time they ever introduced masteries, we get this one. And then you go Heart of Thorns, Path to Fire, Icebrood Saga, End of Dragons, Secrets of the Obscure. 4 expansions into the future. They bring back an enemy that we've never seen on anything except Heart of Thorns maps. And they put them in the Soto maps. And now the fucking New Hawk Alchemy from 4 expansions ago is relevant again. Except, no, they made it not work. Even though it's a mastery, and masteries are supposed to work. Anyway. I'm trying to decide when mastery stopped being good. Like we used to have a lot of filler ones, but you also used to have like a significant number of like, instead of counting the filler ones, you should count all the ones that actually tangibly were cool, right? 1, 2. I'm gonna count all of these ones, just like I did with the mounts. Each one of them counts as a unique mastery because it's doing something specific with that mechanic, right? You're taking in one. It's only really one new mechanic, but you're adding a lot of elements to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this is not that useful, but I'm not even talking about usefulness. I'm talking about just something that actually does something, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, this is Heart of Thorn specific, but again, it actually does something. 9, 10. I mean, I don't even remember these ones that well, so I don't know. Some of these maybe not. 11. I mean, again, it's like a very niche thing, but like at least it does something, right? 11. I'm not gonna count that one, right? 12. 13. 14. That's just in Heart of Thorns. We had 14 unique things. Now, some of them are niche, some of them are not that useful, but they do a thing. They're a unique thing that does a thing. Alright? Path of Fire, every single fucking one. Like, literally every single fucking one of these is like a unique, useful thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and then on top of that, the final mastery affects all the mounts. Dope as hell, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, hold up. 14, 15, 16, 17. I have to actually look at them now. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Right? Like all of these do something. 24, even if it's something small or trivial. 24, 25, 26. This is the first one that they maybe didn't do as much. Yeah, okay, whatever. It just lets you collect the... See, things like this. This is when it started to go downhill, right? This just lets you do a thing that already should be a thing, but we made it a mastery. Okay, fine, not a big deal. Make it a mastery. Okay. But, like, it doesn't really do anything. You can just now collect the currency, okay? 27, 28, I don't know what I was on, but it's like we're in the mid-20s already, right? 25, 26, 27. All of these do a thing, right? You know, some of these are kind of whatever, but they do a thing. Like, that does a thing. That technically does a thing. That technically does a thing. It's, again, very niche. You know, see, so then we started getting into, I mean, again, that came from Heart of Thorns. Like, these technically do a thing, but, okay, whatever. At least it does a thing, right? This one, it was a whole mechanic. It's not really used anywhere else. I wouldn't count these individually, but altogether, it does a thing. It's only really in that expansion, but, okay, it does a thing. But see how we're kind of, like, diluting, right? Oh, no, I take it back. We've already lost the thread. All fucking 3 of these are the same fucking thing. This could have been one mastery to say you can collect an essence. You can collect essences. They made it 3 different things. And each of the 4 things is just like, okay, whatever. But at least it's a thing. I mean, you know, we're getting down. We're being very forgivable here. We're still being pretty forgiving, right? This was pretty cool. I liked Waystation. Cool. All right. I mean, the only thing we really use is EMP, but like again, it's cool. It's an actual skill, right? That's what I'm talking about with the fucking masteries. It's either an actual skill or it actually allows you to access an area that you couldn't access. Cool. Fishing was cool. Skiffs, at least it did a thing. I mean, we haven't completely, like, it's not like complete dilution as we go toward now. Like, they do still do cool masteries. I just feel like there's more and more, there's just fewer unique skill, actual functional things. This was just like all related to like a hub. It's fine. Again, mounts, cool. Like mount ones will always be like a hell yeah. Even if it's something like, I know people complain about the turtles, but like it was a whole new mechanic. Like, okay, maybe you don't use it, but it's at least a whole new mechanic. Great. Like that's the thing. That's what I want from masteries. They don't even have to be good. They don't even have to be useful. Like I like it from a lore perspective, and something is happening. I'm doing something, right? I feel like we're getting fewer and fewer of those, right? Because mastery system is so cool. But yeah, I mean, clearly they're running out of ideas, right? So they add the Heart of the Obscure, which at least we're continuing to use that. Okay. I mean, some people kind of argue it's just kind of like a MacGuffin thing, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, okay, but like riffs. That's like a whole, that's like a new mechanic. Riffs, okay, cool. And then they use it in story somewhat, and at least it kind of justifies it's from a lore perspective, okay. Updrafts. Okay, but then we get, you know, you can open a chest. You can open a different kind of chest. Like what? The Sky Scale one's awesome. Okay, look at it. Look at this one. You gain experience. You can buy recipes. You can make motivations. You get more of a thing. You can buy recipes. You get more of a thing. We just took another skill and we made it better. We could have, you know, whatever. You get more of a thing. You get more effectiveness. You get more of a thing. You get more of a thing. You get more of a thing. New mount, great. I mean, revitalized mount. Fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome. Hell yeah. But see how we're getting fewer and fewer, like, unique shit? But, like, as I said, I don't know. Maybe it's kind of a trade-off. Because I do really, like, I mean, I can't, it's like, so the thing is, I can't say that masteries are shit. Like, they're still doing, I really fucking like that they're taking, mounts that a lot of people considered to be, like, what is the word for it? Like, kind of redundant or, like, not really used, right? And they're revitalizing them. Like, what they're doing with Skimmer, that's great. I just saying that I miss, like, the cool world-building ones. I just miss the immersive world-building stuff, that's all. So I'm not going to say it's a complete complaint. I guess it's kind of a trade-off. I just don't want it to be a trade-off. I just want to get the, you know, I want to eat my cake and have it too. That's an expression, you know. People always say, you know, what is it? I want to have my cake and eat it too, which makes no fucking sense. Because of course you can have your cake and eat it too. The expression should actually be, I want to eat my cake and have it too. Because the whole point is you want to eat it, but you still want to have it. Anyway, because yeah, I want all the really cool mount, like, revamps. Hell yeah, but then like, come on, this whole island is ambient magic. And then you're not going to do, like, a cool, I don't know, we'll see. To me, it just sounds like it's just, like, you can now do a thing, and then you get more rewards, you get more rewards, you get more rewards, you get more rewards. I don't know. Alright, rant over. I mean, it wasn't just, like, I wasn't really, like, completely horrible, one of my just normal rants where I'm just ranting, like, was, like, at least going over, like, oh yeah, let's do a review of, like, all the masteries. Anyway. I gotta get more hero points, man. I don't even have Evoker unlocked yet. I still don't even have one, Elite Spec fully evolved. I mean, fully, hold up, I missed a mastery point over here. Unless I didn't. It might not actually be in here. Let's see. I think we're in like the underground, so it might actually not be over here. No, it's anyway, that's fine. But yeah, I don't even have one full elite spec. Like, you know, there's an achievement for completing that meta on the previous map with an elite spec. I don't even have one elite spec. Cause I've just been on that map. I haven't been trying to get all my hero points and everything. I'm just trying to get all the hero points here. So okay, here's a hero point. Gotta go for it. I'm like just a little bit more than halfway. I still got a lot. This is cool though. This looks like I'm getting like some Heart of Thorns vibes, man. This is cool. Actually, it's funny. It's reminding me a little bit about, you know, even though I was talking about like the wild magic and stuff, it's reminding me a little bit of this like silly, you know, just kind of cutesy fun game that I've been playing called Palia. You know, one of those like Animal Crossing type, Stardew Valley type shit. Because they have they have an area called the Elderwood. It makes me think of that a little bit. Either way, very cool. I like it. As you venture further into Castoria, you're struck by the grandeur and mystery of this ancient land. I just like to randomly inspect people's. I inspect your clothes. I remember when they announced that they were going to do that, and some people were like, "Don't look at my clothes! Don't look at my clothes! How dare you! How dare you look at my clothing? Good sir. You are not allowed to see what I am wearing." They were like, "Don't steal my fashion. Don't steal my fashion. I worked so hard on my fashion." It's like, you do realize everybody got the same, everybody has access to the same, you should be complimented that somebody likes your fashion and they wants to incorporate an element of it, right? The kitty cat is scratching my leg. Hey kitty! Pumpkin pie. I need like a cat cam now. Don't people do that? They're like, here's the little cat cam. Close the. She's so adorable, man. I'm really not a cat person, but she's cute. I don't normally like kittens are cute. I don't normally think like cats are cute. She's very, very cute. And she's very affectionate. Close the Gwill circles and restore their enchantment. Speak with Catra to learn more. Oh, this thing's cute. Is this what I saw earlier? Oh yeah, I was watching Iron Maiden stream. And I was like, what is that little thing? That's kind of adorable. That's kind of cute. Hold up. I forgot to mark that one down. Gwill, what is it called? Gwill circles? Gwill rings. Speak with Catra to learn more. Catra. Speak with Catra. Where is this point of interest? Assist your allies in establishing camp and getting along. Help around camp by healing injured allies with a skimmer, gathering skimmer food, sketching newly discovered wildlife, and defeating enemies. That's cool. I don't know where this point of interest is. Anyway, I might wrap this up soon, guys. As per usual, I'd like a little bit of time to unwind. Plus, I gotta get something to eat so I can take my medicine before I go to bed. There was also something I needed to do. I forgot. Oh, they have to go to like Lion's Arch for something. A bucket of water. You know what? Like, even this mastery, like, it's not useful. But at least it does a thing. At least it does a thing. See, I'm not asking that much. I just want my masteries to do a thing. And not just be like, more rewards. More rewards. Oh, cool. Okay. What? Oh, and then I pick it? I pick it? Why did I pick it, though? I guess we need, like... Oh, no, I don't want to kill the Wavehawk. No, I don't want to kill the Wavehawk, though. I had the same conflict of interest when there were the Sun Bears, and... Although I did find out, apparently, they're, like, super fucking vicious in real life. I didn't know that. I thought, like, the fucking, like... You know, like, those bears that just look high as fuck? I didn't think that they were actually... Some reason I thought they were, like, gonna be, like, more docile. No, apparently, actually, sun bears, and so the ones I'm thinking of are sun bears and sloth bears, are actually apparently the most fucking dangerous to humans of all bears. I'm like, what the fuck? Because those motherfuckers just look high as fucking balls. They look like so chilled the fuck out, but apparently they're actually the most aggressive. But yeah, in Into Dragons, I always felt bad killing the sun bears. Now I feel equally bad killing the... Well, I've not killed a Wavehawk. The 2 times a Wavehawk has attacked me, I've ran away. I don't want to kill the Wavehawk. I don't want to kill the Wavehawk, man. I feel like I'm killing a puppy if I do that. There's my cat. My cat is so cute. Replant trees raised by the inquest. Yeah, let me put this on my watch list. Great Choya race, Leyline adventure, Gwill rings. The parts needed to power up deactivated chrysalis. Choya language expert. Grilling buddies. Choya race. Cursed artifacts. Transformations. Escort Johanna and protect the eggs. Dude, is that a reference to that? I actually don't know it that well, but I watch a thing and they always reference it all the time. There's this adorable little like lizard something and from some Disney movie or something called and it's literally Joanna, and it has like little eggs that it's... Is it eating the eggs or is it protecting the eggs? Anyway, they always reference it all the time, and it's very cute. And I'm wondering if this is a reference to that. Probably not. It's probably a coincidence. It depends on if Joanna is a person or a lizard. Probably a person. Probably not a reference, but it made me think of that. Free animals. Collect orbs. Disable traps. Survive trap room. Project Fruit Punch. Man, there's a lot of stuff here. 30. Okay, this one's also 36. Let me look Act 2. Mastery. Beneath the Canopy. Defeat all Inquest enemies in the base's outer compound. Ask PTM additional questions. Complete the exchange with the Sly crew with a found object as payment, or with gold as payment. Okay, so I guess you have to do it 2 times, at least. It's one of those. Do you need all of these too? You probably need all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Wait, there's only 20 here. There must be 21. Damn, some of these seem a little bit difficult too. Without getting hit by traps. Without being seen by patrols. Man, I'm gonna have trouble with this. I always have trouble with those kinds of ones. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call this a night, guys. But this was fun. I haven't done this in so long. So much has been going on in my life. This is the first week that I was like, I'm just gonna chill. So yeah, I guess I'll see y'all whenever I see y'all. Maybe I'll do this next week. I'm probably not gonna do it more than once a week. If I do, I'm probably not gonna do it more than once a week. If I do start doing this regularly again. As I said, we'll play it by ear. It's just like right now. I just want to treat it as just like a fun thing to do from time to time if I feel like it. Yep. 1 second. Let me see if I can get a kitty. Or is she gonna be? Kitty cat. Okay. Sorry, sweetie. There you go. All right. Good night, y'all.